we are in to the official 30-second count for the start. You can see the clock there, 21:20.
All eyes on Team Rafa as the ones that seem to have been able to perform so well on this course. They had really good pace yesterday. They were the quickest when it came to one lap pace, obviously not combined quickest,
right.
But let's see if they can do that, because crucially, in order to do that sort of lap, you need to get out in front into the clean water, which makes that first turn absolutely crucial.
Wait, look at how wide Chris decided to go there. I think look at that. If she times this right, she did. She has got a nice lead, but did she use her boost too soon? Let's see what can happen. Can Lucas Ordonez come up? Can Lisa Battaglia doing an absolutely marvelous job getting up inside there? And she started to get a little bit of that porpoising, but look at Chris around the outside. What a move by Chris Lazaraga. Used that ultra wide lane to the start, ramped the outside right to the lead from row 3. We haven't seen that very often.
That was all about clean water, not having any turbulence from the other way, to be able to use the boost, make that move and make it stick, because the moment she came in front of the other two race birds, she caused them all sorts of turbulence and made that gap even bigger.
You could see the grin on Rafa's face there as he watched that, but Lisa Gassane right now and Lucas Ordonez in a side-by-side duel into turn number 5. This is one of those somewhat tricky right-handers, and still side-by-side. Nice job there by Lucas, giving her just enough room to be able to maintain that position. But up front, what a opening lap by Lazaraga.
Yeah, absolutely flying Lisa there. But, you know, the other two of the Westbrook Blue Rising boats trying to keep as close to each other as possible to not get disturbed by each other's weight. You saw both of them using the boost at the same time. They're almost reacting to each other. And this is you know, this is foil to foil action, Greg.
Yeah, Lazaraga out front, but look at this duel. And again, Lisa Battaglia doing a superb job running side by side, and even getting through that little right-hander well, getting a good drive here as Lazaraga making the turn in right now. The margin at the line, about 8 seconds here. And now let's see who can do something with this. Remember, every one of these 3 race birds has to do one of those long laps. And what we've generally been seeing is if you're in the lead, you wait to do it till as late as possible, because you've got that smooth, calmless water.
A big opportunity to build the gap, build, make that deficit big enough so you lose as little time as possible by using your long lap. And I think that's the strategy we're going to see here from Team Rafa.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Save the boat. He's already understanding it. They got a lead, save the boat.
This is great, having a live reaction cam from 2 team owners, Will Smith and Rafa Nadal here, going head to head. They know what it's like being in these race boats on this water as Team Rafa come around that corner. Now, this early long lap use here from Team Westbrook, interesting strategy. Maybe they believe that the clean water is worth more than the time lost in the long lap.
I think so. I think that's exactly it. And, you know, if they can come out, find that water, and really lay down some laps, then when Lisa Battaglia has to do hers, you know, if they've been able to run quicker on their clean water, Westbrook Racing, that can make them move to the front. But you can see pretty close there at the merge, so it's going to be fascinating to see. What did you say you were noticing was about 10 seconds for the merge?
Well, I was just thinking, I was just looking at the timing, and they've almost halved that. So that Team Westbrook use has actually gone it's gone very, very well, because now there's only a just short of 5-second gap between Team Rafa and Team Westbrook. So they've done very well.
I'm stunned by how close Westbrook is after doing the long lap here. That's pretty impressive here. And right now, Lisa is going to have relatively clean water, because Chris right up there, you see her heading out of frame to the left. So Lisa's got relatively clean water and smooth water as well. She just has to really fly here. Ordonez on that last lap just set the fastest first sector. Now, of course, then he had to go in to the long lap. So this is going to be an interesting study here.
Yeah, let's look to see when Team Blue Rising activate their long lap, because there might not be. Now there's only just under a 3-second gap between Team Blue Rising and Team Westbrook. This is a good chance for Lucas to make that undertake and make it work.
It is, but what we're seeing now is, you know, I think that long lap, it put him right in the wash coming off of Lisa's boat, so he has got to figure a way. But boy, he's dealing with it.
The gap's going down and down. We just, you know, it's 1.5 seconds currently now. So Lucas is in a perfect position now, because when Lisa takes the long lap, he's just going to be able to sneak right in as long as the corners go well. And
but look what happened here when he turned into 7. He caught a little bit of the wake from Lisa on that foil, and you can see that huge plume of spray that shot up, and it just parked him a little bit. And he lost a lot of momentum just in that moment here. Lizaraga for Rafa is up by 15.5 seconds at this stage. Then it's only right now, well, it just went from 3 to 4 to 5 seconds in that exchange, and I think that was that little bit of momentum when he hooked that foil right into her wake and cost him a lot of time.
Has that cost him the position as well? We're going to see very shortly as Lisa and Team Blue Rising activate their long lap where they have to do it before the session is over. It's going to be very tight. We're looking at currently just over 5 seconds gap between the two race birds. That is shorter than what we saw in the last semi-final, but based on how well Westbrook took it, there's a chance that they might be able to get away with it.
And as we're watching Rafa doing its long lap, they should be pretty clear into the merge, and Lisa Battaglia waiting at this point, and they're going to be grouped pretty well. But remember, Lisa for Team Blue Rising is the one race bird that has not yet done that long lap, and she's going to have to do it this next time.
Interestingly, the gap just dropped by 10 seconds between Rafa's use of the long lap and Team Blue Rising behind, suggesting that it was a 9 or 10 second deficit by going in the long lap. So that would mean that currently, as it stands, Lucas Ordóñez will be able to make the position when Team Blue Rising use a long lap.
Absolutely. This is going to be really intriguing to see how it plays out. And what right now, of course, Lizaraga, she's got that margin, but as you said, it dropped a little bit. But Lisa has not done that lap. But one thing Chris can't do yet is just ease off much because of the way, the speed that we're seeing from Lucas right now. Even in the wake, he did have that one moment, but he's eating away at it again. He has knocked that deficit down from that 8 or 5 second deficit down to 2.5 here. So he is starting to come back after him here. And there you see Will really watching to see what's unfolding here.
Team Westbrook have a great setup, seemingly maybe even having a strategy of not pushing too much on Lisa in front in the Team Blue Rising race bird and just having that clean water in order to make up any time loss. But we're not just talking about position here, we're talking about advancing into the final and ultimate points, which at this stage in the championship go a long, long way.
Oh, it's huge, isn't it? All right, here we go. Is Lisa Gassen, or excuse me, this is Chris Lizaraga coming through. Big win in this semifinal for Rafa. We talked about they could be the spoilers here in a way, and Lizaraga getting the job done here. Here comes Ordóñez flying around as Lisa has to do that long lap, and he is going to come through, really putting the hammer down a little bit here, and comes through at 13 seconds adrift. So that was a dominant run by Chris for Team Rafa. Westbrook there in second, and then Lisa Battaglia will be back another 9 seconds. So absolutely great run, and pretty cool here. These two team owners, their race birds just went 1-2.
It's amazing to see how into it they're getting, and I knew the moment they stepped in the race birds yesterday, they would understand it more, they'd believe it, and they'd really enjoy it.
Good turn. There we go. Yes.
Absolutely incredible run here, and Chris doing a stunning job for Rafa up front. And there is Tom Schaap, who had the fastest individual lap in qualifying. So a superb run there